became a career firefighter with the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Service, the chief of the medical division, or EMS, the unofficial historian of the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Services. Over 65,000 digital images and newspaper articles, magazine articles, etc. So 24-1. Good day. My name is Don Howell, and I'm going to be your tour director for this and future podcasts. The theme of my presentations will be the Howard County Fire Department and Howard County itself, dating from the Civil War to 1996. As part of referencing the location of Howard County, it's located in central Maryland between Baltimore, Washington, and Frederick. And as you can see on the map, Baltimore is to the east, Frederick is to the west, and Washington, D.C. is to the south. Today, my objectives shall be threefold. First is to give credit to those behind the scenes, that's the staff behind the scenes, who are and will be responsible for this and any future productions. Second is to provide a brief background of myself with emphasis on my involvement with the fire service and Howard County itself. Finally, to give you a look at the resources I'll draw from for the material and that I'll be using for this and future podcasts. There is a whole staff behind the scenes to make this presentation and other presentations possible. I've got a producer, I've got a director, I've got an executive director, I had a videographer, I've got a lighting person, an editing person, a marketing person, an advertising person, executive director, finances, human resources individual, agent, and food services. Now, all those positions are being covered by three individuals. One will be my daughter, Beth Howell. There will be my granddaughter, Caitlin Howell, and also my grandson, Jack Leonetti. Some basic information about myself. I've been a resident of Howard County for almost all my life, over 68 years. I started my journey within the fire service when I was 18. I was a volunteer with the Ellicot City Volunteer Fire Department, starting in 1968. 1970, became a career firefighter with the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Services. During that tenure, I performed as a firefighter, first aider, EVO, that's emergency vehicle operator for the engine, hook and ladder truck, heavy duty squad, ambulance and medic unit. I was also a company officer, a station officer, district officer, and finally the chief of the medical division, or EMS, as well as the public information officer. Since 1974 to date, I have been an EMT Psychomotor Evaluator, or skills evaluator, for the state of Maryland with the Emergency Medical Services System of the state of Maryland, or through MIMS, Maryland Institute of Emergency Medical Services Systems, where I've done over 1,000 evaluations and counting throughout the state. Now, for the basis of my podcast, I'm considered by many to be the unofficial historian of the Howard County Department of Fire and Rescue Services. Over the years, I have amassed over 65,000 digital images of photographs of Howard County and the fire service, documents of the fire service and Howard County, and newspaper articles, magazine articles, etc. of the Howard County Fire Department and old Howard County, again dating from the 1860s to 1996. These images include emergency scenes, vehicles, fire stations, departmental documents, personnel, various stories of both a serious and humorous nature. Some of these presentations will be based on my first-hand experience, and others will be based on interviews that I've conducted over the years. I have at least 4 topics that I've already developed that will be shown over the next several weeks. It's these images that will be the basis for future presentations. So please stay tuned.